We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, welcome to Real Awkward, the best damn podcast you heard today. I'm Andy.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Amanda.
There was a second I was like, whoa. You
Ooh.
jumped in so quick, and I'm Amanda.
How many
What
Amandas
if I
we
want to
got
be
on this?
Amanda today?
Feel free. Feel free.
Dumb.
I have debt.
No, you could be me. I have debt. I have cool hair, but I have debt.
Yeah.
Okay, Ashley, you have brought us in today
I did a thing.
to discuss something very
I did
important.
a thing. I got bangs. I did a thing.
If I ever come into your salon and ask you for bangs,
We're
point
out.
me towards the door.
We're out.
Okay, so there are people will come in and they'll want like very drastic bangs. And like, I'm very much like, I'm not going to tell anybody no, but I'm going to make sure we're making the right decision. Like,
Fair.
so usually people be like, I really want like, if they tell me they want like curtain bangs or something, like, okay, yeah, fine. Usually I'll tell them like, you know, you need to style these right, and then fine. But if people want like Zoe Deschanel like bangs that go like,
How do you even tell someone you're like, your face is not Zoe Deschanel's face? So
usually I'll recommend
can't fisk ugly.
I thought I heard something else come out of your mouth for a second.
No, you sure as hell can folks ugly.
I heard it. I'll tell you later what I heard. So I'll usually tell people like, I think this might work better for your face shape. Like I'll say
That's
stuff
the
like
nicest way ever to be like, you got fat face, you got too long of a face,
I might be
your
like-
eyes are lower than most people, you look like a chameleon.
that. And it's not so much like this is going to make you physically fat. I might say like, this is going to really widen your face. So what if we do this instead? Oh yeah, but then you get some people who are like, no, I want to do this.
I want to look like the Moon Man from McDonald's.
Yeah, and so no, sometimes you get people and they want to do something really drastic, and I kind of just be like, "What made you want to do this? Like, have you been thinking about this for a while?
Sat in
you know,
a magazine of Cosmopolitan.
especially if they have really long hair and they want to cut it all off. I'll be like, "Have you been thinking about this for a while?" There was one girl that she goes, "I just got dumped and I want to change it up," and I'm like, "This is not the time, honey."
Sorry.
I am not here to fix your problems.
Oh no.
You must stay a 5-head.
Well, so she wanted these really drastic bangs, and I was like, I don't know about this, blah blah blah. But then I want to do it anyway. Okay, so I cut them, and they looked fine. But she's just staring
She's
at
like,
herself.
I
in the
look
mirror,
like a freaking idiot.
and she's like pulling them down,
trying to get them further.
and she's just like,
What have I done?
it would very
I
much
could
was
just
just like,
imagine the revelation. She's
It-
just like, dear Lord.
it was very much like, oh,
You're like, honey, here's some bobby pins.
Whoopsie.
You're just going to keep those back till they're grown out.
This is what I tell people. You can find things online where you take your ponytail and you like pull some of it forward and you make it look like
Yeah.
bangs. I tell people, I'm like,
Try
I
Test
do
it
that
out.
with their hair. I'm like, do you like this? And they'll be like, no. And I'm like, then let's not do bangs.
Yeah, we're going to pass on that one.
But
So this is not a bangs
no,
episode.
it wasn't.
Banger.
Banger.
So Ashley, you brought us here today for something
Oh, yeah.
very important.
Yes.
So important.
Tell us, because right now the thumbnail most of the
Is
time
undetermined.
describes what's going on in these episodes. But what you got for
This
us
one
today,
just says
girl?
mystery episode.
Mysteries.
So you guys say a lot of things.
No, we
So
don't.
I'm going to tell you where some of the things you say come from.
Oh, excellent. Like
Wow.
what? 2 in the bird is worth 2 in the bush.
Like publicity.
So I'll tell you the phrase, and you guys can tell me where you think it came from, because that would be fun. And then I'll tell you where it actually came from.
Got it.
Okay, that sounds fun. Sorry.
That kid.
Okay. We love you.
I quit.
You can't quit.
I live here.
We need you.
Okay. So,
Please don't do the entire episode.
all right. So the first phrase on my list is
Yes.
get out of Dodge.
Oh, I know what that's about.
Go.
Like, too many people were sitting in Dodge Ram vehicles, and they were like, "There's too many people in these Dodges. You
Get out
gotta
of your
get out.
Dodge."
Get out." Amanda, she's looking at me as if I'm wrong.
You can just pass if you don't want.
Pass.
If you don't want to get.
So
Pass.
hold on. So the phrase though is "get out of Dodge."
Get out of Dodge.
Now I know what it means, right? It means like we gotta scram.
We got to get out of here,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we gotta
Get the
make like a
heck outta
tree
here.
and get out of here.
Right. So the expression "get out of Dodge" came into use during the mid 20th century and is in reference to the Old West town of Dodge City in Kansas. It is known as the Wicked Little Town because it was perched on the edge of the wild frontier.
Damn.
Buffalo hunters and then cowboys stopped in Dodge City for rest and relaxation, which was often wild and dangerous and involved saloons, gambling halls, brothels, and shootouts.
That place sounds
Snap.
awesome.
Yeah.
So now-
Snap.
The new Sin City is Las Vegas. So now you should be like, gotta get out of Vegas.
Yeah, so it became really famous in the movie Gunsmoke because they made a reference to Get Out of Dodge. And in that movie, the Marshal Dillon was known for extorting bad men to move on and tell them, get out of Dodge.
Get out of Dodge.
Interesting.
Now
I was
we
gonna
know.
say like Dodge must be a location
Yeah.
that's where it came
That
from.
makes sense.
I just didn't know where.
Look at that. So now everyone use it more
Yeah.
frequently.
I was gonna say I feel
I
like
feel
a
like
lot
I
of
would
people
lose
use
it. Yeah, I would use it less now.
because you know what it's from.
Yeah, instead I'll be like, get out of Arlington.
Get out of Carson City. Okay.
I got to get out of my current location. Sorry, my pop filter is like having a
Your pop filter is more
it's
like
having
a
a crisis.
pip filter.
Okay. So the next phrase I have is punch drunk.
Ooh. Punch
Okay.
drunk love.
You're drunk and you want to fight. That's what it means.
Adam Sandler movie.
No, that was punch drunk love.
Close.
That's where Andy thinks the term came
Close.
from.
Adam Sandler was like, I will create this slogan. I don't know because I want to go first surface level on this one, just like Amanda was talking about. So
It's when you're drunk and you want to fight.
I'm lost if it's anything
Well,
more
the
than that.
expression punch drunk comes from boxing.
Okay.
It describes the dopey, bewildered behavior of someone who has taken a lot of hard punches to the head. In the earliest published reference for punch drunk, they said, punch drunk through the first round and floundering around like a great helpless calf, his mouth and his nose shedding blood in a thick stream.
See, in
was
that
the first.
context, it's like,
Yeah.
got
So
it.
Right?
wait, so
Yeah.
then the phrase "punch drunk love" means like derpy
You're
and
just like bewildered.
Yeah, that makes sense.
love.
It's like love punched you in the face.
So much love.
That sounds miserable.
So punch drunk, though, is often used these days or not really anymore? Do you hear anyone say
I don't
that?
know that it really is.
I think it's an old timey
Right?
term.
Like we're
Yeah.
just hanging out with friends, like, man, you got a punch drunk right now. And he's like,
maybe you'll
"What?"
start using it now.
Sure. Let's get out of Dodge.
He's
We're
gonna
punch drunk
try.
right now.
Okay, so the next one I have is to yank someone's chain.
I instantly want to go to something inappropriate, and I don't think that's what it is.
Oh,
Hey, you want to yank on my chain?
yeah, it's $50.
That's it. Damn, dude, grant me up.
That's a bargain. I'm gonna say it has something to do with like old, like medieval torture or something.
Ooh, kind of like it, but no.
Wait, is it like 1910, 1920s, like farm, like on a
Good
farm?
guess.
or like
You're fucking wrong.
It actually originated around 1880s
I was close. 30 years off. Okay.
in America.
Merc.
Merc.
So to pull someone's chain, yank someone's chain, pull someone's leg, all similar meanings, right? To tease or joke with someone, telling them untrue, trying to convince them it's true, right? You're pulling.
Yeah,
their chain.
sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
The history of pull someone's leg is unclear, but
Just one guy with a prosthetic. Like, it's not funny.
And pulled my leg off.
this is what they think it is. So the origin of pull or yank someone's chain, which has a similar meaning to pull someone's leg, is when miners had a bathroom car, which is like other train cars, rolled along train tracks. Miners were said to carry a length of chain to put on either side of the car's wheel so it wouldn't roll when they were using the toilet. So if someone were to pull or yank the chain,
It's a good joke. It just rolls away.
it could be seen as a joke because they thought the train was rolling away.
Right. And you're stuck in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Taking a
no,
shit.
Yeah,
no.
you're yanking
Yeah.
my chain.
Stop yanking my chain. It leads me to that Guardians of the Galaxy where it's like, I need you to take his eyeball.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I need his leg.
his leg. Cool. That's a good one.
Right? That's one that I was like, I would have
Yeah.
thought of that.
Yeah. So what, they put a chain in front of the wheel so it wouldn't move and then pulled the chain? Am I wrong? Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Or they took the chain off the hook that was connected to another car.
I mean, either way, it's
I guess it's the same thing. The chain is
holding
removed.
the car in
right,
place.
Right. Okay. We're good.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where it is.
So the next one's kind of a long explanation, but it's the phrase gung ho.
Man, I mean, you're really excited.
I feel like it's gonna be some racist connotation.
It could be. Is it?
It's not racist per se. I mean, it
mean,
does have
it's-
origins in
Right.
other countries.
It's racist in 2021.
I was gonna say, so to some people,
Yes.
it's gonna be racist.
Right. Well, let's put
So
that
prepare
aside.
yourselves, ladies
Let's
and gentlemen.
Put that aside and just have some fun with it. What is it?
And let's just have some fun.
Let me show you something. Let's just say you're walking around and you find yourself some kerosene. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I can't stop.
So to get to the full story, we have to go back to almost a century in 1930s China. China during the era was not doing super well.
China.
China.
The China. Okay.
The country was largely and economically reliant on Japan. Civil war was breaking out. Japan invaded and kicked off the Second Sino-Japanese War. Tens of millions of people living around Shanghai flooded inland, becoming refugees in their own country.
Yep.
The civilian casualties were massive. So China put together the industrial cooperative movement. Industrial cooperative in Chinese is gung ho. So,
So
they
they
put this together to try to
Put together a party.
rebuild their country.
Got
And
it.
a lot of English people and Americans, people from other countries, would come in to help them, so they'd be very involved.
Okay.
So this one guy learned the phrase gung ho, meaning industrial cooperative, and he thought that it had more meaning as like teamwork, that everyone was working together. So this guy was in the Marines,
Right.
And he had to put together a battalion, and so he named his battalion the Gung Ho Battalion because he thought that it meant that they were supposed to be a team and work together.
One team,
so
one dream.
Gung Ho became really intense with like taking on that meaning. So they would have had like gung ho jackets, and they used gung ho knives, and everything was super gung ho. So the people.
It was super gung-ho.
So the people in this battalion were
Yeah.
known to be very like overzealous.
Oh, so
so
it's-
gung ho
wow.
came to mean that you were very excited.
That's literally
and enthusiastic.
like a live version of telephone.
Literally,
Yes.
yeah.
Wow.
So that's not what it means at all.
That's actually the most interesting one so far.
well, there you go.
Gung ho.
I did something. I
did a thing. I got bangs.
We
so
can stop
hard.
now. We can stop.
We're so gung ho.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay,
We
the
definitely
next
seem like it.
one is the term jaywalking.
I know that. You're walking a J.
You're so wise. When you walk across the street, they call you a jaybird. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
when you
literally
walk,
have no idea.
you're not supposed to do it. I think it's illegal, so you go to jail. Starts with a J, jaywalking.
It was jail walking.
Yep.
Now they call it jaywalking.
Yep. Hey, what's going on over there? Man, that gotta be jaywalking.
You're going to
Must be
jail.
walking to jail.
He must be walking straight to jail.
So jaywalking, obviously, is when a pedestrian crosses a street without regard to traffic regulations.
Sons of bitches.
For instance, depending on where one lives, it may be against the law to cross a street where there is a crosswalk nearby, but the person chooses not to use it. Alternatively, even at a crosswalk, it is often illegal to cross if there's a don't walk signal.
Also, can I put a pin in this for just a moment?
yeah.
It really grinds my gears.
You know what grinds my gears?
You know what? I should have looked
When-
that one up.
That is a good one.
when people like, and you, okay, I'm sorry, you see this a lot in Everett and Marysville. Well, everywhere. Okay, there is a crosswalk, literally like right here.
Yeah.
And then you see people jaywalking like 10 feet away into traffic to cross the street.
It's always
And
homeless
I'm like,
people. 100% of the time.
No. Well, crackheads. Like,
Okay, sorry.
I'm like,
They might have a home, but
couldn't-
they drugged
I'm
out.
like, the crosswalk's right there.
Yeah.
It's
right.
too far.
Instead,
Right.
you're just crossing through traffic.
And sometimes they're just standing there, staring.
I'm like, you could have had a free go, man. Like,
Right.
I don't get it. Because then
Yeah.
it's going to be my fault when I run them over.
And then sometimes they cross like 6 lanes of traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just a little residential
Oh,
street.
no.
Yeah. So, contrary to popular belief, the term jaywalking did not derive from the shape of the letter J.
Dang it.
Rather, it comes from the fact that J used to be a generic term for someone who was an idiot, dull, rube, unsophisticated, poor,
Rube.
or simpleton.
Oh.
More
Let's bring back
precisely,
rube.
it was once a common term for country bumpkins or hicks, usually seen incorrectly as inherently stupid by
So is it
city
actually
folk.
J-A-Y then?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's just
What a J.
Man, that's
Yeah.
a J over
Thus,
there.
to jaywalk was to be stupid by crossing the street in an unsafe
Stupid
place
walking.
or way.
So really what we're all saying these days is like, that's a freaking idiot walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we're all rude.
Well, I mean, Amanda just described it. She's
she
like, the
did.
crosswalk is right
she
there.
did. Look
Yeah.
at that idiot walker.
Yeah.
Look at that J. Problem is,
I feel
problem
like
is
I
people are
can't-
going to
Does
think
that-
that's derogatory.
I can't go use
Do you think that
anymore.
has any relation to Jaybird?
Why?
I don't know.
Are Jaybirds
know.
idiots?
I don't know what a jaybird is. I,
don't
just
know.
know it was a term. I want to bring back rube.
What is rube?
It's the same thing like
Yeah.
idiot.
You
I said
rube.
idiot,
rube.
dull, rube, unsophisticated,
right.
poor, or simpleton.
Gosh,
Look at these
you're
simpletons.
So J.
You're such a
You're
J.
so J.
You probably think this song is about you.
You're so J.
You're so J.
All right, Weird Al.
Okay. So then what? WTF? What's next?
I did Andy talk for. I don't remember what we're talking about.
My right now
So
does not compute.
WTF.
This next
I'm
one,
a,
this
I'm a
next one,
computer.
Andy suggested.
Yes. What did I say? Which one is this one?
Baker's Dozen.
Yes. I want to know. I know what a baker's dozen is, but why is it called a baker's dozen?
I always assumed it was called a baker's dozen because the baker adds the little extra one.
Don't
in
screw
there.
it up.
Right. Right.
And like that's just like the loving term for it.
but
now.
also, why is it called a dozen? What's a dozen? What's that word even mean?
oh, I
I didn't
don't know
look
on
that
one.
part up. There's probably
12.
some Latin origins. I don't know.
I think dozen does mean 12.
I have no idea.
I think you're right.
Let me be clear. I know what none of these mean.
Well,
So-
isn't a dodecahedron? Isn't what is that?
It's a,
Is
a
that two
pizza
decahedrons?
Dough. It's
Isn't
like
that-
when you're trying to make a pizza and like the dough gets all fucked up and you just like throw it in a ball and you just throw it on the pan and cook it. That's what it is.
Yep. Okay. So baker's dozen means 13 instead
What?
of 12.
I knew
right?
that. I
Right?
knew that, but I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. If
I
you
wanna
shut
know.
up for a second.
So shut the fuck up.
No.
Shut your fucking mouth.
The tale behind its origin is that a medieval law specified the weight of bread loaves, and any baker who supplied less to a customer was in for dire punishment.
Oh.
So bakers would include a 13th loaf
Just to make sure.
with each dozen just to be safe.
Damn, dude.
It is said that during good harvest, bakers sold one excess loaf to middlemen. A baker's dozen takes on importance in large families where that little extra goes a long way.
So, I didn't even know. I just threw that one out there, and now I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But
That
also,
makes sense.
the
I thought it
fact
was
that your ass
interesting.
got in trouble if you were light on the bread.
Right?
So they were just like, you throw an extra one in.
Interesting.
For Sheriff Rottingham.
Yeah. Smart.
Yes.
Smart. And I'm going to save my life.
So then that turned into baker's dozen, but now they don't really do that anymore. You're like, hey, can I have 13 instead of 12? They're like, get that out of my...
Then you weigh your bread,
Get
you
the-
weigh your dozen, and you say, you best give me
Yeah.
another loaf.
You- Get the
Voodoo
F
Voodoo
out.
Donuts does it.
Yeah, oh.
If you get there, like the Voodoo
Then
dozen,
you get 13,
yeah.
yeah.
They do and I actually kind of like it because it's they tell you right away like you're gonna get one voodoo doll, but then like I think everything
else,
else
they get to
is-
choose?
You get like one voodoo doll and
Yeah.
one maple bacon bar,
Right,
and then
right.
everything else is just the
Random.
discretion of the person filling your
Right,
box.
right.
And I kind of like that.
But sometimes
Yeah.
they'll just like the stuff that's not popular, that's sitting there, they need to get rid of. They'll
Yeah,
throw that
I
stuff
always
out.
get a lot of cake donuts.
yeah,
Yeah,
those are the
see,
grossest
I like cake
ones.
donuts.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, baker's dozen.
Okay, cool. Next one is break the ice.
Easy.
Do it.
When you need to make someone feel comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not asking you for the meaning of
Yeah.
it. I'm asking you for the
Are
origin.
you already confused? Okay, so here's the deal. You ever seen Frozen? It's what the beginning means. So like you got these dudes and they're like breaking ice. So everyone can have ice. I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I'm a J.
Don't look at me like I'm a J.
But
So,
you want to know.
Listen, Rube. So,
Listen up, you rube.
you little Rube. Hold on. I want to try to guess this
'Kay.
one. Break the ice.
Yeah.
Is it like when vessels have to like go through like a sheet of ice? Like to get to your destination, you had to break the ice to finally get there, and that's what an icebreaker is supposed to be. Like to finally get to our destination, we have to do an icebreaker.
You're close.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, you're close. But no cigar.
Okay.
Close, but no cigar.
Damn it.
Back when road transportation was not developed, ships would be the only transportation and means of trade. At times, the ships would get stuck during the winter because of ice formation.
Wow.
The receiving country would send small ships to break the ice to clear a way for the trade ships.
Boom.
This gesture showed affiliation and understanding between the two territories.
That's what I'm talking about.
So now when you have to do an icebreaker, you think of
Yes.
it like
I would like-
I'm sending you my small vessel.
Yeah.
Would you like my small vessel? Yes, Daddy, give me an icebreaker.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what do you over here eating crunchy
You
cookies?
ruined it with the daddy.
I haven't had one since before we started the episode.
You ruined it with the daddy.
Yeah, the minute you said that, I was like,
Anytime you
"Oy."
throw daddy into a
Hey,
I'm out.
sentence.
Daddy.
I'm out.
I love it. So I wasn't too far away. That makes sense. I like
Yeah.
it.
The next one I have is butter someone up.
Easy.
Okay, you ever watch Family Guy? The naked, greased up guy? That's where that came from.
Seeing in the theater.
I don't know.
Yep. Naked.
So how does that relate to impressing someone with
Okay,
flattery?
Here's what I think.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was when people would make cakes and stuff for people, and they had to use a lot of butter because you want them to like you, or like your new neighbor moves in and you give them food.
Like
And
the
it's-
way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Exactly.
Lots of butter.
That's why I
I
think you
think-
butter them up to get them to like you.
I think during manufacturing, certain bolts or rivets or something needed to be greased up for it to fit. And so that's what butter someone up means, is you have to butter it up before the situation will work. That's my guess.
You're wrong.
Idiot.
You're wrong, Leonidas. You're wrong. Okay.
This was a customary religious act in ancient India.
Of buttering
it.
people?
The devout would throw butter balls at
Turkeys?
at the statues of their gods.
Okay.
It's really hard to finish the sentence around you.
Sorry.
The devout would throw butter balls at the statues of their gods to seek favor and forgiveness.
Butterball, like actual butterballs, not
Balls
turkeys.
of 2 words: butter,
Like a hand,
space,
they
balls.
just stuck
Chuck
their hand
like
in
ham
there.
hocks.
They literally were just like imperial butter.
Balls of butter.
Taking
okay,
it.
imperial
Country
is
crock and
is
just
definitely
throwing that
margarine.
shit up there.
But what is it? Bumble
If they
and
throw
brown?
margarine at their gods, the gods are just going to chuck it right.
Those
gods
are
are
the
like-
people who had bad favor.
The gods are like,
The God knows
Not real
you
butter.
used a butter substitute.
this oil tastes different. Okay. So I want to know that lore. Do you have any idea?
That's literally all I have on that.
That's
So we'll look
crazy.
it up later
Yeah.
about throwing balls of butter at
All right,
statues
so
of
to
gods.
butter someone up. So basically to be in favor though.
Yeah.
Butter someone up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And the fact that that's just kept going.
Right?
Yep.
So the next one, I thought I knew the answer to this one,
Mm.
but it's go the whole 9 yards.
Right. That's when like you're at fourth and
I thought it
nine.
was a fabric thing.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought that it was if you were wealthy enough, you could make a suit using the whole 9 yards.
Oh, yeah.
But that's wrong.
Damn it.
And it's not when a running back is on the fourth
It
down.
has nothing to do with
and
football.
he's close. All right.
Nothing. During World War II, the fighter pilots were equipped with 9 yards of ammunition.
I've heard this before. I have heard this before.
When they ran out, it meant that they had tried their best at fighting off the target and the entirety of their ammunition.
Got it. So
They
I
went
g-
the whole 9
Yeah,
yards.
I gave all 9 yards to get the job done and still couldn't do it.
Yep.
Dang it. Unless they could do it. Maybe they did, but they just expended that much.
Right.
Okay.
They just, yeah.
So this was in the airplane gunners, like in
Yeah. Yep.
the
Fighter
ships?
pilots.
Fighter pilots.
Fighter pilots.
Fighter
Fighter
pilots.
pilots.
Publicity pilots.
The Air Force wouldn't let me in. Guys want to be a fighter pilot.
Pilot. God. All right. Do y'all know what a honeymoon means?
Easy.
You go with your honey
Blue
Go with your
moon.
and you look at the moon.
I saw you standing alone.
Any guesses, Andy?
Honeymoon. I mean, it's dark. You're covered in honey,
Maybe some butter.
and the bear's like,
Chucking butterballs at each other.
"Yeah,
Trying to get good favor.
I got nothing."
Okay, the
No.
word honeymoon is derived from the Scandinavian practice of drinking mead or fermented honey during the first month of the marriage, measured by one moon cycle, in order to improve the likelihood of conception.
So honeymoon
Yeah,
phase
they're just getting drunk.
is
so-
literally just supposed to be
Getting drunk to make a baby.
Get gonna get busy. Yeah. All right. And you're
Cool.
drinking. You're drinking. What was it again?
Mead.
Mead.
Mead. It sounds like Vikings.
Mead.
Bitch, get the mead. We making baby. Got really quiet. And awkward.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
No,
Oh,
I
yes,
have
I
an
did.
explanation here, but I don't
Yes.
have the phrase. So
Oh, okay. Like I
I
could see Ash over there, like quickly, like shit.
what is
It's like when you're at the grocery store and the lady hands you change. You're trying to cram it in your purse before.
They do
like,
that at the
to take
drive-through.
No time.
Okay, all right. The sidebar.
Oh,
Hold on,
okay, I
sidebar.
got it. Yeah.
When you're in a drive-through, I'm telling you right now, the person on the other side handing you your food, they get ultimate joy handing your card back to you and then handing you your food and your drink immediately after as
Yes.
you struggle to try to get your card
Yes.
or the receipt back in, and you never look at them because you're dealing with your thing. Next time, right after they hand you the stuff, just stare at them and see if they were about to like give it to you.
So one time at Taco Bell, I had the guy hand me. He leaned with both arms out of the window,
Right.
debit card in one hand and my drink in the other, and I was literally like, okay. And then
Yeah.
today I literally went to Taco Bell, and because I do every day, and
Get a
so
Taco Bell every day.
I don't deny it. So I got my stuff, and the guy hands me a drink and then my food, and then he just stares at me, and I'm just like,
yep.
can I have my debit card, please? And he was like, I gave it back to you. And then as he looks, he goes, sorry.
Yeah, they're like unapologetic.
And I want to be like, fuck
Yeah.
off. You
Yeah.
made me feel like shit about that.
I know.
Like,
I hit up Dairy Queen with the kids the other day, and I ordered my own one. And the guy
Yeah.
goes, "Here's all of your food, sir," and hands me everything. And I drive away, and I'm missing one Blizzard. And I'm like, "You lying son of a bitch! You can't just get back in the drive-through." And right now, with
oh, if
like,
you were my dad, you would.
well, and right now with COVID being an issue, a lot of the dining rooms are closed. So it's
Yeah.
like you get out of your car and you're just like, "Hey, I didn't get my Blizzard."
And they like crack open the
Yeah,
door
yeah,
and
they're
they're
like,
like,
yeah.
what do you need, sir?
Yeah.
like
Like reach
the
their hands
password.
through to look at your receipt.
New England clam chowder.
Dude, that's why I don't care. Like,
Blizzard? Ew.
I'm that
Oh, is
old
it the
lady.
red or the white?
I'm the old lady. I sit there and I count everything I'm supposed to have, and then I'm like, thank you.
No, I've been doing that, and I know Ashley gets a little annoyed with me. I don't move from that window until
No.
she goes through the whole damn bag, and I'm
No.
like, is everything there? 'Cause
But
we
literally,
have-
it happened like 3 days ago.
yeah,
I
especially
literally-
Arby's. The Arby's next to us always forget something.
I
Damn
just do
you,
a count.
Arby's.
Like, if I'm supposed to have 5 things, if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're off.
We have the meats, except for what you ordered.
No, we still have the meat.
We still have the. That's why
You
we still
don't.
have meats. Okay, all right. That sidebar was long. What were you
Okay,
saying?
this one I think Andy will appreciate, but it's one for the road.
Oh, I was.
You
that-
always say that
Yeah.
when people are leaving our house. You're
yes.
like,
Yeah,
do you need one for
taking
the
a
road?
shot, 1 for the
I
road.
always thought it was literally a drink, like
It-
right before you go.
It is a drink, but what's
Okay.
the origin of it?
I just assumed it was people leaving the bar for the night, like last call kind of thing.
Oh, you know what?
And
I-
they're
yeah.
leaving, and they have one more drink, 1 for the road.
Yeah, that's what it's turned into. But I bet its origins is more like they used to be on horseback and had a long ride to the next town.
Yes,
and this
something.
gave them a drink or some refreshment for
or
the
like
long
they took a
journey.
food or something, like take
Right.
1 for the road.
Well, this is less pleasant.
Okay.
Happy day.
It is a final drink before leaving, but during the Middle Ages, the condemned ones were taken through what is known as Oxford Street to their execution. During this final trip, the cart would stop and they would be allowed to have one final drink before their death.
Want one for the
So now
death?
when you offer somebody a drink
for the
before they
road, I'm
go,
hoping they die. Oh, awkward.
I mean,
You guys want one for the road?
I mean, truthfully, if I was about to be put to death, I might want a shot.
I'm having a Kool-Aid. I'm having a squeeze
Maybe
it.
with some
Kool-Aid.
arsenic in it.
Squeeze it.
Yeah, you're gonna have them put Squeeze-Its back into production just for you to have
Make
one.
it be something. Wasn't there somebody who was on death row and he made the order so complicated that it took months to get so he could keep his life going?
I know that there have been a lot of people who, like, their last meal, they request something like wild or crazy or whatever,
yeah.
or something that's going to take them forever to eat or whatever.
Right.
But a lot of places now have limitations on what you can have.
Right.
Or there are some, which I think is kind of fair. They say you get what everybody else gets.
Oh, sure. Right. Right.
You don't get a treat.
Yeah, you're on death row, but
You're
you
on
get like
death row.
Yeah, you get like a special.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
that's-
get anything special.
That's pretty nuts.
and if you don't like it, we're going to kill you anyway. So-
If you don't like it, you can fucking starve.
Can I talk to the manager? This is absolutely unacceptable. This is all your menu has to offer.
I wanted my
sir.
Carl's Jr.
I wanted my gosh dang Carl's Jr.
I
All right.
murdered all those kids so I could get my free Carl's Jr.
Right, listen, Freddy Krueger. Okay,
okay, the next one is take it with a grain of salt.
easy.
Yeah.
Nope,
it?
it sure isn't. Because I think it is. It's like a grain of salt could be a nugget of information, and within that information could be millions of grains of salt as if they were information. If you were to take all that information
already
and pour it
stopped listening.
into... Oh, sorry, that was the Matrix Reloaded.
We were already talking about how much I do not like that movie.
Vis-a-vis, I feel like that's it. That nugget of information is up among millions, which could be wrong, right, or in between. So take it as one grain versus the whole idea.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, well, where the hypothesis is that there was a recipe discovered for the antidote to poison. And in the antidote, one of the ingredients was a grain of salt. Threats involving the poison were thus to be taken with a grain of salt and therefore less seriously.
Interesting.
The grain of salt is the antidote.
Wow. I'll have one of those for the road.
A grain of salt. This will save my life.
There's a stupid TikTok, and it's a guy doing dad jokes at the end. He's like,
God.
Andy says that when dads are allowed to make jokes more than one time and they're still funny.
What?
you know what Ash asked the kid today? She goes, is your dad funny or does he just think he's funny? And Cam's like, he thinks he's funny. I was like, you son of a bitch.
And then Andy goes, is your mom pretty or does she just think she's pretty? And Cam goes, she's pretty.
And I'm like, now I know she was telling the truth. I'm going to kill myself. Okay.
Okay, the next one is Taiwan on.
Yes. Taiwan on.
It's like when it comes.
to say something about Taiwan.
It comes from when mobsters.
Taiwanese.
Yeah. Yes.
It's when you can't pronounce
Taiwan
Taiwan.
Taiwan on.
What do you guys speak around this country here? Taiwan on?
God.
I'm a J.
Rube.
Rube.
Okay, Taiwan on comes from old mob times when they would like tie cement to someone to
Oh.
like tie him down. She'd be like, "Oh, he looks kind of big. Tie another one on there to drag him down."
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
That's my
Yeah, because it's like if you're
hypothesis.
gonna drown in alcohol, you're gonna have to get weighted down.
with shoes.
Because you're going to float away?
No, because Taiwan on means that you're gonna get drunk, right?
way you
Don't-
say Taiwan on.
Taiwan on.
Taiwan on. Taiwan on. Do you know karate? No, I know Taiwan on.
You would.
No, I'm going to go to Asia. A couple places: Indonesia, the
I'm gonna tell
Philippines,
everyone that I
Taiwan
know
on.
Taiwan on. I'm gonna teach a new class. I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna teach Taiwan on.
Taiwan on.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Good
what's
idea.
happening over there with that guy? I was just doing Taiwan on. Okay.
God. Okay. So it's suggested that the expression derived from hang one on, where
one on.
where cowboys would have to tie up their horse to a hitching post before they could go into a saloon and get drunk.
Oh, so it's like tie your horse up, then go get drunk.
Tie one on and then go have a drink.
Well, that makes more sense.
Well, I think mine's better. So
I like it. I want it to be a martial arts move.
Shoot. Shoot.
Shoot dang poo.
I have another one here, close but no cigar. But I didn't.
Well, I do
save
know
the origin, but I think I
normally
remember.
cigar was to just celebrate. And so if you were close, that means that it almost happened, but you're not celebrating any type of win.
I mean, that's what it means, but like, what is the what?
Well, normally you would celebrate to have a cigar. Wait, the only thing I can think of is having a baby. So that one's like, oh,
the only
nope,
thing I could think is
didn't
that
make it. No cigar.
originated from like there was some general or something who every time he would win a battle or a game or something, he would have like a celebratory cigar, and it came from
Right.
like, oh, you were close, but no cigar. Like
Lost
you don't
that
get
battle.
to have your cigar this
Sorry,
time.
Colonel Mustard. No
That's what I
cigar for
mean.
you.
So what it really is back in the day, carnival games were actually geared towards adults rather than children, and the prize was often a cigar.
Damn, I bet cigars were hard to come by back then, too.
So if you tried and you failed, they'd say, close but no cigar.
Interesting.
Hey, come right up there and
Yeah.
win a cigar.
Yeah.
I mean, now
Sorry,
it's-
Charlie.
Now it's hard because all I can imagine is just like shitty stuffed animals filled with sawdust.
Yeah, right.
So
Right.
the idea of getting a cigar is like, I mean, I'd take a pack of cigarettes.
Try again. You got Moxie, kid. Yeah.
You got Moxie.
No cigar. All right. Well, that sucks.
So that's all I got.
Well, that sucks. No, that was cool.
Do you have any other like phrases that you hear all the time that you have no idea what they mean?
Probably that I can't think of right now.
Well, Ashley like went in depth on some of them, but like some of them for me have literally just been that I've never stopped and listened to what I'm saying.
oh, totally.
And I've talked about this before. Like, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
yeah.
People will say that all the time. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. And you don't sit to listen what you're actually asking for.
Yeah.
Like, I beg you to pardon me for I have made a mistake.
For I have made a mistake.
Does mother
me,
knoweth
Father.
you wear the drapes? And then always. Hey, do you go to Taco Bell? Always. But what does that mean?
I know all the ways to get
Yes,
to the
it
Taco
literally means
Bell.
that every single path you would take will always lead to Taco Bell. So, you go to Taco Bell? Always. Always take me to Taco Bell.
Truthfully, not far off.
But
It's literally, I
Yeah.
literally have to I literally wave at one to drive home.
Yeah.
So oftentimes I'm just like, I'll just pull
Yeah.
in real
Yeah.
quick.
You go to Taco Bell? Always.
It's on the way.
But there's stuff that we say all the time from phrases like that, and you have no idea what you're actually, its meaning,
Yeah.
but you're not taking in, I guess, its original context or what its sentence structure is. Like I beg your pardon is almost one word to people. Not a lot of people say it.
Time went on.
Taiwan, and I know Taiwan.
I have another real quick one that is kind of interesting.
Oh, do it.
Give the cold shoulder.
Oh, that's when you're really cold.
You are the smartest person I've ever met.
When you have a warm shoulder and a cold shoulder.
Well, you see, there are these types of shirts that women have, and they have little cutouts over the shoulders. And it's so basically you could be like, ooh, my shoulder's cold, but I'm going to give you some shitty look as I walk by, so you're going to give me the cold shoulder. I don't actually know.
So it's not actually your shoulder.
Whatever.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I'm just trying to tell you what it really means.
No.
Just the
So
phrase, lady.
even though we consider it being rude, it was actually supposed to be an act of politeness. During medieval times, after everyone was done feasting, the host would give his guests a cold piece of meat from the shoulder or beef or pork as a way of showing that it was time for everyone to leave.
Oh, see, but
You
it's
give them the
turned-
cold shoulder, now you leave.
It's cold
Wait.
meat, so it's like, look, the food is cold. Get the fuck out.
Well, but he was giving them cold because it was technically preserved, so they could take it home. It was a nice gesture.
Yeah.
But people have turned it into get the f out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like leave me alone.
Yeah.
Cold shoulder. Peace. Ashley, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and the kindness of my soul
Just means
For doing-
so much to me.
what you just did by researching 12 or a baker's dozen worth of phrases
Dozen.
ain't nobody knows. But now I'm going to walk around saying J to everybody.
You're
Just
going to
kidding.
call everybody a J?
And
Yep.
man is going to call you one a rube.
Damn right I
Dude, that's
am,
our
you
new thing.
rubes.
Let's get a t-shirt. I ain't no J or Rube. Amanda, where can people come stumble upon our greatness?
Okay, listen up, you rubes. So come check out our Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast. We do a bunch of cool stuff over there. And then share our podcast with a friend. If you're able to review us, we would really appreciate it. That's all I got.
1-star review. Would not recommend.
Yeah, don't do that.
Do people even do Yelp reviews for podcasts?
I don't know about podcasts, but people still do Yelp reviews.
I don't even. I don't look at that.
I
crap
hate
at
Yelp.
All.
Yelp
Awesome.
suck. Yelp legitimately sucks.
Every
It
time
does
you click
suck.
on it, it wants to make you open the app.
It's also
And
people
I'm
are
like,
just
never mind.
People are just negative in general too. So it's like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
All right, Ash. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening. As
Thank you.
always, come hang out with us next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rubes.